a little flutter in my guitar because I've got the fan on. Hey, what's going on, Sam's? I had a gathering of young composers on Saturday morning here, bought them breakfast, showed them all my instruments, talked about writing for guitar. Dennis, what's going on? Midweek. Yeah, because I couldn't make Monday. I had meetings. I actually met with another YouTuber on Monday morning, and he encouraged me. Actually, he's a very fledgling YouTuber. And I'm not even sure how I stumbled about his site. He does YouTubes mainly for composers. He teaches at Columbia University and a school. He teaches composing at a school in New Jersey. He lives in New Jersey, and his name is Saad Haddad, and we've just become friends. He's Middle Eastern and by descent, and he likes to bring Middle Eastern elements into his compositions, mainly kind of showing up with kind of quarter tones or polytonal or microtonal is the word I'm looking for. Microtonal aspects. I don't have my light in here. I had, when I had those composers in here, I moved everything out, like all the cameras, everything. I needed as much floor space as I could get for the chairs. So I just moved everything to the other room, and then I went, oh, I should go live. And I'm like, do I really want to go grab that? Oh, nah. See, and actually, I kind of like the light. I think it looks pretty good. I've got the windows mostly closed. I got the light on behind me, which is maybe a problem. I could turn that off. But hey, Bruce, good morning. But I recorded that little, like, that seriously very, very short little DADGAD piece that I wrote. Babe, you want to shut this door for me here?
Oh, sure, absolutely.
I recorded this little DADGAD piece, and I inserted it into the new video that I'm editing right now. I'm almost done with it, actually. This is one of the last things I have to do. And then the other thing I have to do, and of course, if I say it now, you're going to notice it in the video. And it's really, this video. It's taken me a while because it's got a lot of diagrams. So the video's DADGAD progressions, and so it's just a bunch of different DADGAD progressions. And those videos, the DADGAD videos, do really well. I don't know if any of you played in DADGAD, but they do pretty well, you know. And so I'm like, dang, I need to do more of those. So all those diagrams are sitting next to each other in Final Cut, and I have to do crossfades between them all. I don't do them as I go because I feel like I just want to do them all at once. I think I'll do the drop shadow thing to all of them at once. It's just easier that way. Once I have everything loaded in, then I can click on drop shadow and then just click on all the things and just hit the button, rather than do it as I go. I'm going to be hitting that drop shadow button every time. Doesn't make sense. You like DADGAD? Yeah, it's kind of fun. It's definitely interesting, and we're going to talk about. We're going to maybe try to write a minor song, and I'm not going to be able to go very long today. I really technically should be working. But I felt bad about Monday, and I got another Monday coming up when I'm going to be gone. So, and it's going to start getting hot here. So, not looking forward to that. I've been enjoying the very cool year we've had so far. I mean, I'm still got my sweatshirt on. We haven't had the AC on yet this year. So I love that. But it's supposed to be 95 day after tomorrow. So what's that, Saturday? And I'll be at church part of that time. But, and then next weekend's supposed to hit in the hundreds. So we'll see. On my iPhone, those forecasted like a week out, 10 days out, always skew towards being hotter than what it actually is. So I don't know why they do that. I don't know why it doesn't go the other way, but it's always gets revised down. But we'll see. Maybe it'll get revised up this time. So yeah, I'm playing a little bit of hooky. I'm working on the Exorcist Files, which is a podcast. It'll drop, I think, at the end of this month. They'll start dropping episodes. I'm writing music for it. It says even in the podcast, music by Jim Covell and Tom Strahle. So I'm writing a lot of A lot of creepy stuff. I think my bass was distorting last week or something. I watched a little bit of last week's live stream, and the D string, or was I strumming and it was doing? Maybe I was strumming and it was doing it. So let me know if it's distorting. Hey Leo, what's going on? Yeah, well, you know, normally I'm on Mondays, and so maybe that's the problem. You can't do Mondays. But so I recorded this piece, but I dropped it into the video, and it's too slow. I remember I said, for, you know, my video that, you know, got struck by lightning, the 7 tips where most of you came from. That's the only video I ever did where I put one of my songs in the front and I walk into the picture. So I did that with this video. The problem was the song is too long. It's too slow. I'm going to replay it. So I've just been kind of working it up. My fingers do not want to do what I tell them right now. And if I could just do a little faster than that, that was faster than the tempo I think the other was. I really went slow. And I'm like, nah. And I could speed up the file, but that's cheating. I want to be able to prove that I can play it at that tempo. Dude, that's your song. What song is that? So what I thought we could do is maybe do something minor. Yeah. And with minor we have, well, just like major, I could have written, I could have done something that was in, I could have done something that was in D Lydian, or I could have done D Mixolydian. And so that would be, in fact, that could be another YouTube video, playing DADGAD in all the modes. And it's kind of what I'm doing this new lesson, but I'm just calling them different progressions in different relative keys. So every key that D major shows up in, which is 3 major keys, right? The key of D, the key of G, and the key of A. And then D minor shows up in the key of F, the key of B flat, and the key of C. And so that's why I show 6 different progressions in those 6 keys. Not 36 progressions, but 1 each. And then I do 2 other songs, like longer progressions. Like all the other progressions are just 4 chords. But then I do 2 kind of 8-chord progressions. One, well, both of them you'll know the songs. Hey, Richard, what's going on? Oh, nice. Yeah, going to California to DADGAD too, I think, right? And so in minor, I'm trying to think if I want to do kind of do like a cowboy thing. Normally I would do the cowboy thing, I would do that and just drop D. You know, I'd pull out the 12 string and just go drop D and maybe do something like, you know. Which is of course a lot easier when you're not in DADGAD. But okay, so if I want to go cowboy, okay, of the 3 minor scales, which one of these sounds the most cowboy? And I'm going to posit that it's probably going to be Dorian, D Dorian, over D Phrygian and over D Aeolian, or a D minor. So D minor would sound like this. that flat 6 is nice. And then that would be Phrygian with a E flat. Right here, I've got 3 Ds in a row. Actually, 4 Ds if you count the bottom string, but these are unisons. Oh, and that composer that I hung out with on Monday, he suggested that I try to write a string quartet. So I'm actually going to work on. I already have a concept for it. I don't have a melody for it, but I have a concept for it. So now I need to come up with a melody for the. I have a concept of how it's played, because I want to do something that's obviously more contemporary and different and unique. And he said, you can't really do that because everything's been done. So everything can be somebody, no matter, he said, just as encouragement, don't worry about it and don't think about that, because somebody will always come along and go, oh, that's just exactly what X, Y, Z did. So, but so these are Ds, and then these are unison here. Can't even hear them if I play them right. And I'm just doing the pattern I'm doing here is just P-I-M-A-M-I. That's pulgar, indejo, medio, angular, medio, indejo. In Espanol. So thumb first, second, third, second, first. So it's a triplet feel, so it's kind of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And those are great to work on, so you have something, you can practice changing strings. Just fine tune, but so I could do something where I play off of that, but then if I play in D minor, it would be D, E, F, G, A, B flat. The other thing I could do is I could go kind of cool. So I'm playing all seconds. I love seconds, Yeah. I gotta find all the seconds here. So we have G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F, G, A, B flat, which is not changed. The G string is the same. That's great. Oh, I'm at the 8th fret and the 9th fret. So I'm showing you, what I'm showing you here is how my brain works. So all I'm doing is I'm writing in front of you, and basically I'm just experimenting until I find something that's kind of cool. And I may change the right hand pattern And also another thing, you know, when I'm writing, a lot of times, if I'm just writing for, like I need a little something for something, I will often use it as a way to learn a new technique. So maybe I will change the right hand pattern. Maybe I'll do a 7 thing. I could do, let's see. So I could potentially do 7. But that's not very cowboy. So when I think cowboy, I think, and it might distort here, I'm going to turn around a little bit. Like that triplet, the 3/4 thing. Talked about that. I call it the free range groove. If you go to my channel or say free range and then Tom Strahle or just Strahle, you should be able to find one of or more videos on it. I probably talked about it with a live stream. I know I did a video on it, but it's one of my favorite grooves, and I got it from a Wells Fargo commercial back in the 90s. But it was supposed to sound like the Wild West, and I went, oh yeah, that totally sounds like the Wild West. But I do think D minor probably has the most Western sound of the 3 modes. That E flat doesn't quite work, so the Phrygian is out. Yeah, it's a tough one. Dorian does have a kind of a, you know, I don't know. What say you? Do you think Dorian sounds more cowboy, or this is Dorian, or more Aeolian? Yeah, that would be Western. Would have been like Western swing. A country and Western, okay, keep in mind, it was pretty much a toss-up whether the hub of country music was going to be Nashville or was going to be Bakersfield, believe it or not. So Bakersfield, sorry, my nose itches. Bakersfield, you know, had Buck Owens, and you kind of had the Bakersfield sound, Western swing. There's some great music, and so a lot of the Western swing was very flashy, fast. Pedal steel was big, violin, fiddle, you know, all that stuff. Just kind of like country. Country was, and then cowboy songs, you know, and that would, cowboy songs to me almost sounds more like Wyoming, Montana, the Dakotas. I had a student that was really into cowboy music, and he would write songs and he would learn songs, cowboy songs. And a lot of those were in 3/4, which is interesting, which I could do 3/4, but okay, we determined that definitely not Phrygian. So anyway, anybody have any opinions on that? Let's see. Dorian Aeolian is more like the Middle Eastern in Asia. Yeah, the Phrygian definitely hits on that. Okay, Sam, I kind of agree. Dorian is a little bit more Texas. Aeolian sounds a little bit more Southwest. Well, and then Phrygian definitely would too. And I'm not even touching melodic or harmonic minor. So harmonic minor would definitely kind of take it in, I think, in the Spanish thing if I were to go to like a. Thank you, Bruce. And there's also a regular, lesson I did on it, like an uploaded video, which is probably a better one to watch because it would be more succinct. That video is probably 2 hours long, and I probably don't get to teaching until about 40 minutes in, which is a common complaint on a live stream. But the live stream isn't about that. That's not what these are. These are separate videos that are basically about us hanging out. The Spanish thing, the Spanish thing can definitely sound Western too, huh? But I like the C. I feel like the C is a little bit more cowboy than the... It's hard to do. I can do it easy with fingers. Don't forget, you got a D note here too, so. And again, all I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of experimenting, finding those notes that I want, because I'm probably not gonna do that thing. You know, I'm not gonna, but I might do something like. Very cinematic. That's very cinematic sounding, which I like. It's kind of what... See, if I go to G major, I'm gonna be implying the Dorian. If I go to G minor, I'm implying the Aeolian. So I'm just playing D5 right now. So I'm just playing 2nd fret on the 3rd string. There's no 3rd in there, but then if I kind of a D over F, but actually you can think of it as F major, but I got a F6, a D on top. What's that? Now that I go to the G minor, you know what I want to go to next? I want to go to that A7. Thank you, Bruce. That's the one. See, Sam just likes all this mode talk. That's what gets Sam off. So I don't think I'll go to the F chord. I think I could go. Let's see what it sounds like if I go D minor, right, to F, G minor, to A minor, which is really nice, with a D in it. Okay, so let me show you these chords. Okay, so for D minor, I'm basically doing, oh, we got 16 people. I wasn't expecting that many. Okay, so we've got, for D minor, what I'm playing there, stupid dog just barks and barks and barks and barks. I have to close the window when I'm going to record. There's our D minor, and then the G minor that I'm playing is kind of a G minor 2nd, and I'm going to go 5th fret, X, 5th fret, 3rd fret, open, open. In the mood for modes. You're always in the mood for modes. All right, and then I'm going to slide that up 2 frets to get kind of an A minor 11 or A minor 4, A minor add 4. I guess, I don't know, because it's A, C, A, and D. There's no fifth in there, but anyway, you get the idea. And that's just going to be 7x7500. All right? So that's what I'm playing here, just to kind of get started. To get it. That's kind of cool. I'm kind of pulling off that B flat to the A and then plucking that the D string at the same time. That might be the start. Something like starting on the 4 chord. I need it to do something though. I like. Oh, and that's right. Trump mentioned no taxes on tips. Interesting tactic. You still have to have congressional approval. That can't be an executive order. So. If we want to hit on the major chords, technically, if we're doing D Aeolian, we're in the key of F. So here's the 1, 4, 5 chord. But I think I want to stay in that minor mode. And then we could hint at the C sharp. I don't have a problem with that C sharp in there. I mean, that doesn't sound bad, right? If I go like, if I hit on that, and that does sound pretty Western. And I'm playing that A is technically an A7. Let's see. I would call that A7 add 4. And I'm playing nothing there. Then open 2, open 4, open. All right. So. Now, the temptation whenever you do fingerstyle stuff is to go right into Travis pattern. Oh, you're getting an ad, aren't you? Has it been 30 minutes? Okay. It's weird, I'm not even looking at the right screen. Okay, now I am. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. All right, so. Now. I think we start with just open D. I don't think we start on the 4 chord. I think that's something we go to. So, again, I'm just playing this. This is D5. This is a power chord. Open, 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 2, open, open. And I wonder if I can do. We actually go B flat to C. That's more Western than the A minor thing. So check this out. So I'm liking this big D5 chord, and so since we're in Aeolian, every 3rd fret works. Starting spot. I did there. So I create a little melody in this. Try to put some special sauce on it, you know. Pull-offs. I do the same thing with the B flat and the bass, right here, the 1st fret of the 5th string. And then that creates kind of a Lydian vibe, doesn't it, Sam? D major. No, my next video should be out in a couple days or a few days. I'll try to get it done by tomorrow. We'll kind of talk about that. With D major, we have, you know, we could be D would be the 1, and G major and A major be the 4 and the 5. If D major could also be the 4 chord, in which case you'd be in the key of A. And so it would be the 4, and then the D could be the 5 chord, which then you would be in the key of G. So D major could be 3 different keys, D minor could be in 3 different keys as well. So no, Thursday is not. No. Okay, all right, that's cool, right? Again, very cinematic. Okay, so I'm going to start out quiet. I'm going to do this 2 times. I'm going to do the... I'm going to have to go back to this video to go, what did I do? I could even start out low. I love having the melody in the middle. I mean, notice there's some great videos out there. There's a great video of the Star Wars theme where you can have the score in front of you and you can be watching the score go by, and they highlight in yellow where the melody is. And you can follow the melody, and it's in the trumpets, and it's in the woodwinds, it's in the violins, and it's in the cellos, and it's over in the tubas or whatever. You know, John Williams would move that melody all around. And so sometimes, you know, you always think, oh, melody's the top thing. No, not necessarily. The melody can be in the middle, especially if you have a very, very static top end that's kind of drony, and you can... don't have any problem hearing that. Back to the middle strings. I'm just playing F, E, D. Back to the B flat. Get too loud. What am I? Oh, that's G. So yeah, I can't reach that. Not reachable. But I could. I'm playing 3 Fs, 3 E's, and 3 D's. So I'm going, and then the rest are all D's. Open D, open D, open D. I got 4 Ds. Sorry, it's probably distorting, isn't it? I can turn down the mic input a little bit. Sorry. Turn up your computers a little bit, and then I'll turn my mic down. There's the B flat. So I'm playing D, A, D, D, and then A, and then B, that B flat. Kind of move that melody around. Oh, that was cool. Accidents, man. I tell you, 99% of anything I do that's good was accidental. I swear to God, that's true. B flat kind of implied, D, C, and then I was thinking I wanted to go to the F, and I forgot where it was. I hit the F sharp, so I created a D major. So basically, I just kind of went, kind of that, kind of so happy together, kind of. So, but I don't think that's going to work in this context. Oh, thank you, Bruce. Like Sam. Hey. Maybe EQ the bass. I don't really have any way to EQ. It's just it's an all or nothing thing. It's just volume. I mean, maybe there is. Let me see. You could be right. Let's see. Lock volumes, unhide all. No. Vertical layout, no. Filters. I don't know if that has anything to do with audio filters. Okay, well, okay. Boom. Oh, look at that. Well, you learn something new every day. Compression, gain, invert, limiter, noise gate, noise suppression, VST2 plugin. No. What if I add a compressor? Okay. Oh, that might kind of work. Let's see. Does that sound weird? Let me know if that sounds weird. But it's not hitting the yellow. The OBS is I feel like it's a more of a PC-based software, and I'm more hesitant to experiment in PC-based softwares than my Mac stuff, because the Mac stuff I feel like it's real easy to more fuzzy. Oh, it's more fuzzy. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. Now let's see where now I got to find where the heck that was. Okay. Well, maybe a limiter then. Let me go there. Let's see. Filters. Was that where it was? Okay. So let me get rid of that. Yes. Okay. Let me add. We're learning together. Gain. I don't want gain, so let me put a limiter in there. Sure. Just call it limiter. All right. And let's see how that does. Limiter technically should just limit the volume. Compression actually can expand things. No, I'm just using the mic on the camera. I'm not using this mic at all. This is not in play. That requires a third software for me to interface between Logic and that, and it would be great to try that. But I go to the C, I'm just seeing the bass, and I got C, D, A, and then I could do that. That's kind of cool, or I could even do. Better? Let's see. Oh, that tuner's gonna die. These snark tuners just eat the batteries. I hate them. Really hate them. I wish they still made these. I love these IntelliTouch PT10. I don't know what happened to this company. I don't know who made them. They're made in China, but it's just like, it just worked and lasted. Could use a third software to route. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, so I have to get a third software to connect and route that, but I can't do it within ABS. And I actually it would be a fourth software because I'm running RME, and there should be a way I can run RME from here. Like if I play this, you're getting the sound of this through the mics. This is something I'm writing for Exorcist Files. And I think this microphone is stereo. Yeah. Yeah, So the microphone, you are hearing stereo, but somewhere in this software for the RME, I can route it, I think, to OBS, but I've not figured that out. I've watched a couple videos on it, and it just made it seem more complex than it needed to be. So, and I'm fine. I mean, it would be nice for my electric guitar when I'm soloing, showing you about soloing on electric or doing sounds. It would be great if you could hear what I hear, and not through the speakers, but you know, there's a reason. I probably just need. I might be changing some things up, and I might be upgrading a little bit here, but for a thing I'm working on, but we'll see. Sounds decent. Okay. Yeah, so the limiter doesn't hurt. I mean, the other options I have on there, on the little thing says filters. It didn't have, the thing was, it didn't have EQ. Invert polarity, no. Noise gate, noise suppression. What's this? Okay, so what is it? Okay, open plug-in interface. VST plug-in, well, okay. Oh, I see. I've got so I could plug in contact 16 out, 16 in. Guitar rig. I could put guitar rig in here. Okay, I don't want that, but I do want EQ. Let's see, what EQ do I have here though? Oh, passive EQ. Let's see what. Yeah, sure. All right. Oh, well, there we go. All right, let's see if I have a plug-in less loudness. Let's see, less bass. Well, the problem is I've got, see, I don't want to boost. I want to cut. Oh, here we go. All right. Check 1 2 1 2. All right, now tell me if you can hear this. I'm going to cut. Oh no, you're not going to get anything here. Let's see. There we go, and like this. All right, now see, that's crazy. I don't even use this EQ, but none of the Apple stuff is showing up. Oh, I have to leave that open. Okay. So if I close that, then it's not going to work. Any but more. Yeah, no, the mic is that far away. So what's that? My arm's length plus a foot. So is that 3.5 feet? Yeah, and it's a stereo mic. There's 2 mics there. See, I don't know if you guys have headphones on or what, but like here's one mic, and then here's the other mic. And hopefully I just didn't make it blurry. But I kind of like this. It's a very, very simple melody. Not very inventive. And a little boring after a while. I like the melody going up though for the D, and then down for the 4 and the 5. I'm sorry, the 6 and the 7. So in D minor, the 1 is D, the 2 is going to be E minor, the 3 is going to be F, the 4 is G minor, then A minor. I'm sorry, the E, it's going to be E diminished. Sorry, but F, G minor, A minor, B flat major is the 6, the 7 chord. So it's a different, different than when you're in a major key. When you're major key, oh, the 1 4 5 progression. Yeah, the major chords in a minor key are the 3 6 7. So, well, actually, flat. And on the C, I'm just playing the C note. And then adding that F, E, and D. Yeah, so I can show you what I did. This is a native instrument plugin. And I think I can just drag this here. Yeah. Oh, no, it disappeared. It won't, yeah, because it automatically goes to my desktop. So I have to go to my desktop and now I can drag this over here. So this is, so you can see that, in fact, it's both left and right. So I did it to both channels. You can see I clicked on that button that says, where it says cut, the yellow light. It was default boost. And I'm like, well, I don't want to boost. And then I clicked on it and went to cut. I've never used this EQ before. And then I had to change the shape down below those two. But I'm only cutting those two. And I'm rolling it off a little bit at 60. And then I'm cutting it a little bit at 160. I didn't even touch those. So that's basically what I'm doing. I'm going to put this here so I remember that it's there. Okay, I'm just going to squeeze this up and go, what the heck? I'll open it Monday. I'll open this up and go, what the heck is that? You guys are going to have to remind me. You're going to be like, Tom, that's the EQ you set up. So that's cool that I can do that. So I can put echo on this. I can throw echo. I can put distortion on it, which is the opposite of what we want. And there's the Elixir logo. Hey, notice the Elixir logo. I use Elixir. In fact, I just put new stings on. These are brand new 13s. And boy, 13s sound great for DADGAD. You know, just perfect. I think 56 is the bottom. I think it's 13, 17, 26, 36, 46, 56, maybe. I threw away the box. Sorry. Yeah, so I don't, you know, and we can do the A chords. Like, so I could do. What happens if? That takes it in another whole nother place, doesn't it? So if I did something like that, so what I'm doing is I'm just taking that melody, that F, E, D, putting a B flat in there. Doing the same thing with. Now, it didn't work. The D didn't work on this. I don't think that works. So I would go E, F, G, or you can up to there. So we got, so that might, but to me that goes somewhere. That goes to like almost a pop thing or. Go to that D major. Now back to the D5. 0, 0, 0, 2, 0, 0. D5. The two chords diminished, right? Yeah. So with my right hand, I can do the, instead of going the down, 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 up, that's really hard. And I would try to pick that. Sorry, let me move my mouse. It's right in the way of my hand. Okay, I know you can't see it, but I can see it. See that? So I'm up here, I'm at the open, 4th string, and then I'm at the 9th fret and the 8th fret and the open. And what that creates, what we have here is, we have an E, an F, and a D. So it's like a cluster. Very difficult to play these kind of clusters on the guitar generally, but open tuning really helps. Now I could play that cluster this way if I was in the key of, no, this way if I was in E, that was tuned up to E. But it's kind of the way the guitar is tuned right now. We have a second right here. So every time we do this, that's a major second. And every time we do this, it's a minor second, which is a semitone and a tone, whole tone and a semitone, or yeah. So or a whole step and a half step. There's many names for seconds. Minor second, major second, or you might call it a whole tone or a half step, or you might call it a semitone or anyway. There's too many names for the seconds. But yeah, so if I do this, this is essentially a harmonized scale using seconds. Doesn't sound very good by itself, but with that open D string, it's cool, kind of cool. Which is what I was doing earlier. Okay, now my question is, how do I pluck that? If I'm using a pick. Again, this is kind of going cowboy. Throw that in, which is really cool sounding. I could also do it here. But it's, now maybe I should work, that would be the thing I learned, but I could do the bluegrass thing, which would be to alternate picking, even when you're doing across strings like this. Like some guitar players, you know, you would do like down, down, up, like that. If you wanted to play those three strings, say we're doing a G chord. But a bluegrass player would go down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, so that you're playing through those three strings differently every other time. But it keeps the down, up thing going, so you can kind of keep your hand going like this instead of going. You know, the other one's kind of a sweep picking thing, but we've talked about this in the past when we were talking about bluegrass. It sounds more bluegrass if you do the alternate thing. So if I can get that, but that pattern is 4 strings, so it's. Let's see. It would be a very fun thing to practice, though, I think, but I can't do it right now. So I'm plucking down on the D string, up on the G string, down on the B string. Well, what's not the B string anymore? It's the A string. Up on the open D, and then down on the second string, and then up on the third string, and then down, back down. So. And I feel like I have to be very intentional about the downstroke on the return on that second string, because I kind of want to do this, which is cool. But if I want to get this kind of, I don't know if I'll ever be able to get that as fast. I could also do hybrid picking, but the problem is I've got 4 notes. So you generally, when you hybrid pick, you don't use your pinky. So I've only got 3 fingers when I hybrid pick. I got the pick, and then I got the second finger. I could use a thumb pick, but the problem with thumb picks, and I put it away. Where did I put it? No, the problem with thumb picks is I can't really strum with my problem with thumb pick, I don't feel like I have any control with a thumb pick. But I can. That's kind of cool. Yeah, the fingers sound great, but the problem with that is then I'd have to pick up the pick to strum. You know, I actually can. This pick's kind of hard to hold because it's so big. I'm using the Wiegand 3.5 millimeter Gypsy Jazz pick. I just like the immediacy of the sound of it. Yeah, signature strings. Now let me see if I can find them. They would be mediums. So medium would be the. You know what? All right, let me see if I can find the box. Hold on a second. All right, so they are. Doesn't smell like it was in the kitchen trash, but fortunately I put it in last night before anything got thrown on top of it, or after whatever. Yeah, so these are just these are the acoustic. I'll get you a link because you know I get a little love from that if you decide to do some. Oh no, I don't want this. I want this. I'll send you a link. Here's a link because. I'll do an Amazon one. You can probably shop around, maybe find a good deal there. Elixir 8020 bronze nano nano web. No. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if we can find the. Let's see if we can find the 13. Is it literally nobody's playing strings that heavy? Yeah, and these are a little bit more expensive, but oh, see, you're right, Bruce. Oh wait, here's 13. Well, I think you can choose. Let me see if I can go here. They're selling them for $17.39, and it's got all 5-star reviews. So let's see if they can choose the size here. These are light. I mean, you know, the 13s. If I had a guitar exclusively strung up for DADGAD, I would definitely use 13s, because you go too light, and it's gonna be. See, they don't give you the option. It's just this is. Oh wait. No, here it is. Sorry. HD light. Boy, you are right. They don't. Medium. No, there it is, right there, right at the top. Okay. So let's see. $17.99. All right, now here's a link. Hey, Bruce, test this link for me and see if it shows up as that particular pair set. But if you do all your shopping you go to that link and then do all your shopping on Amazon, or if you got stuff in your cart and you go buy it, I get a little piece of that. Now I can go here and see what my earnings are right now on. It's probably $3 or something. Yeah, $4. I got $4 in commissions coming. I don't get a check until it goes over $50, and it's not a check; it's a direct deposit. But sometimes somebody will spend a bunch of money. Somebody did it. I forget who it was. I think Bruce, you bought something there, and you know immediately I got a check for $50 in my for the commission because a couple people spent a bunch of money. See if that link opens up the 13s because I found it finally. And that's on that. I also can do it for. It's a little bit more cumbersome to create a link for whatchamacallit. And these are the ones I got. These are the acoustic brown nano web. Yeah, so I dig these. These are great. And the nano webs don't hardly have any coating. I mean, the coating is very thin, so it squeaks a little bit, which I'm not a fan of. Like with the memorize that last section so I don't have to look at paper. And I'm going to re-record that faster because I recorded it too slow for my YouTube video. But that I could fix. Okay, so link works. Great. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I kind of like those string. I mean, and so elixirs I like because they last so long. I got very sweaty, corrosive sweat. I forget what I wish they made strings for all of these things. They don't make strings for any of these things. So it's a real drag. Like my bouzouki, the Greek bouzouki. Sam, does anybody make coated strings for, where we're getting a lot more sun? So let me shut this like that. Wow, it's amazing how much light that creates. No, that's too dark. I mean, those things are barely open. I can turn off this light back here. If I can get my foot back here. At least you know I'm wearing pants. I don't have to wear pants if you can't see below my waist. So yeah, I wish they made coated strings for like some of the things that I have out all the time. And somebody's invariably going to say, well, why don't you put your guitars away? It's like, you know what? For one thing, I wouldn't know I had anything if I put it away. I'd be like, do I have one of those? I don't know. I haven't seen it in years. So, I mean, I've got 3 bouzouki's up there: an Arabic one, a Greek one, and an Irish bouzouki. I didn't know there were so many bouzouki's in my life. I never thought I'd own 1 bouzouki, let alone 3. I mean, there's probably a Pittsburgh bouzouki, as far as I know. What would be a Pittsburgh bouzouki? Well, a California bouzouki would be a Fender Strat, right? A Michigan bouzouki would be a Gibson Les Paul. So bouzouki is probably just a word that means strings on a neck. So yeah, I mean, to get the cowboy vibe, I feel like, so technically this isn't fingerstyle, right? But it is. I'm covering the melody. That's kind of cool. Okay, see, again, experimenting. What was the thing I did earlier? I was like, that accidentally, and I was like, oh, that's cool. But when I get to the C chord, if I stop the melody at the E note, it creates a little tension or a little pause. So check this out. So I've got, let's say, well, that's the intro, and then probably save it, don't get big yet. Save the big for... Maybe change that. That's kind of cool. Notice that what I did was I went with the melody. And so here I've got a third with that F and that A. And then when I went down to the E, I went ahead and took the A off. It almost is easier because I don't have to squeeze this finger over or change fingers. But it also is beautiful because it creates a harmony. It makes implied harmony there. What did I do? Again, I made a mistake. Instead of going here, I did there, B flat to A, which I like to. And I could do that with the C on top. Now I'm doing double F and double E and double D's. So it's double D's. Sorry. She can ride. Now I got a stronger melody because it's on 2 strings. All right. Might even start up there. Because it's all about drama, especially as cinematic as this sounds. You know, you want more dynamics. You don't want and this is true of all music, you don't want the song to flatline dynamically all the way across. You don't want to be pedal to the metal from point 1 to point, from point A to point B, the entire length of the song. You want to kind of give it some, you want to give it some drama and maybe tension or whatever. So I could start big. You could totally start big, but I think you could do something. Now, is there a way to play those harmonics? I mean, besides artificially. Okay, the E is no. There it is. There's an E, and then here's a D. There's no natural occurring F, though, is there? The G has a. Yeah, but that's not going to work. So. Go to the B flat melody, B flat. Okay, so again, I'm still developing. Don't know what the melody's gonna be, but because that's kind of a born melody, but it's kind of a hook more than a melody, I would call that. But even going up to that B flat gave me an idea. Check this out. So I'm going to go D, F, E, D, and then I'm going to go up to B flat. So because I like the sound I like that tritone. So when I went B flat, A, G, but I could go B flat, A, flat, E. I could go G maybe instead of going to that, so I go. Part of me wants to save that low, right? I've talked about this many times. If you're playing in open D or DADGAD or whatever, save that low. So I could play the melody. Keep in mind, I'm going to hit the D string, this D string open. That's technically the melody is D, F, E, D, D, F, D, D. See? No, or I could play all of that on the D string and the G string, so that would sound like this. Interesting melody, and it's also thematic, right? Because I'm going, oops, I've got that thematic idea developed there. And then I go so it's like Beethoven. Just like Beethoven. That's what they say about me. Tom, you're a lot like Beethoven. Oh, okay, I've got a story. Okay, we'll stop. I'm just having fun. I'm glad you're hanging out with me. I hope you're learning something. So I have a very good friend of mine, Fernando Ortega. He lives back in Albuquerque now. That's where he's from. But we were really good buddies back in the early '80s before I met Beth, and we were workout buddies. And he was a very good singer. He still is. You can look him up, Fernando Ortega, and Christian singer and great piano player. And he he loves James Taylor. So he was doing this kind of launch of his career back in probably '85. I don't think Beth Beth and I met in '86, so it might have been, it was probably right around that time before Beth. And so he'd moved down to Orange County, and I went down there. We did some rehearsals. He wanted me to play, he was going to play some music, and then he was going to cut to, and he studied classical piano. And then we were going to cut to 3 James Taylor songs. I think we played Mexico, Fire and Rain, and Shower the People, maybe. I can't remember which ones we did, but those are all great. James has so many great songs. So, I'm not on stage. And actually, here's what happened. We did he didn't want to do or maybe it was just 2 James Taylor songs. Let's say it was 2 James Taylor songs. We did one, and then he did a song, and then we did another James Taylor song. So I was stuck up on stage for 3 songs when I was only playing 2 of them, right? And I'm just thinking, what do I do? It's like you feel, you don't want to jam, you can't jam along, that wouldn't be right. So I literally just was watching Fernando, and I was closing my eyes, and I was literally getting into the music. I was trying to be in the moment, which is really rare for me. Okay, I'm not in the moment now. I'm not even close to the moment now. But I was in that, I was in that moment like no one's ever been in a moment prior to that in history, right? And then the next song we played, and then he did a bunch more songs, and the show was over. It was like his big launch for his thing. And we're standing on the side of the stage. Everybody's coming by and shaking his hand and everything. And they're getting to me first, and I'm shaking people's hands and saying, "Hi, nice to meet you." And people kept coming up to me and saying things like, "You just love music, don't you?" And I go, "Yeah," and somebody came up, and Fernando's hearing all of this, and somebody came up and said, "You know who you remind me of?" And I go, "No, who?" And she said, "Mozart." And I went, "Why?" And she goes, "Because Mozart really loved music." And I'm like, and Fernando's like, "What? This is my show, not his show." And everybody's coming giving me these amazing compliments. And it was pretty funny. I don't think I played with Fernando again for a long time. I don't think that had anything to do with it. It was more that he was doing different things, but it was his big launch, and we were friends, and he wanted me to be part of it. And I didn't intentionally try to steal his thunder. I was actually, in my head, I was trying to direct all the attention to him. And I didn't want anybody to look at me, and I had no idea that in doing that, maybe that's such a foreign thing. But at church, even on the weekends, I have to really remember if someone's standing up there speaking in front of me, like they're doing a prayer or a communion message or something, or even giving announcements. I try not to, I don't noodle, and I try not to tune if I can't help it. Sometimes I have to tune. You don't have a choice there. Sometimes you have to do what you have to do. Okay, I got this thing for $10 on Amazon. Speaking of Amazon, I'm not sure. I haven't. It's supposed to be for practicing rasguiado without making any noise. It's just foam. If they made this overseas, that's pretty ridiculous, because I think you could make this by hand. And it comes with a couple pieces that you can stick on the bottom if you need it to make it bigger. But it kind of does that same thing as that mute, and it's a lot faster than put on that mute. works. I mean, I'm hitting hard. If I took this out, it's a lot louder. So that actually is kind of cool. So I actually think I prefer this over the other mute. It's like I said, it's so much faster to get in there. I wonder if it creates a weird effect if you put it. Yeah, you definitely want to push it up against the bridge. Of course, I say it's faster, and then I take forever to get it in there. But I like it. Doesn't change the pitch at all. It allows harmonics too. That's pretty cool. I'm definitely going to use that. I can get rid of the other one. This is the other one. In fact, I have a new one in the box, but I mean, I don't have to get rid of it. I just don't need to use it. I also use these, but on the other end of the guitar, if you know, these are for the heavy metal guys that do a lot of the two-handed stuff or whatever. They don't want. I know that Mancuso, the guy that the kid that plays with his finger like crazy, he's a crazy guitar player. He has one that he slides over the guitar. All right, so I should get going. Hey, Many Vibes, good to see you. You could go back in time and watch this, but yeah, I will be here Monday, Lord willing, and we'll continue talking. And I got that EQ on there, so that should help with the bottom end on this stuff. So who knows? I might actually have drums in here now. I might be able to have drums in here. Amazon link for that. Okay, yeah, I can do that. Yeah. That was a recent purchase. So that's going to be in very recent purchase. It was right there. Tremolo mute classical guitar. And it came from Michigan. Sam's gone. But it was $960, and I will... Okay, here's the thing. I was thinking about buying a bunch of them to put on all of these instruments hanging up so they don't make noise in the room. I don't really notice it, but people that come in here can hear the guitars. Like even in my voice, they're ringing. But they don't get caught in this microphone. Like when I'm recording, you don't really... And if you did, it would be like this enharmonic kind of reverb, which is cool, I think. All right, so here's that thing. Oh, and now we got more people. That's so funny. So yeah, check that thing out. It's kind of cool. I mean, for $10, you can't beat it. And it came from, I think it came from Michigan. Now, I hope they made it there. I mean, seriously, I could buy the foam and make this by hand, I think. The only thing is this is molded. It seems pretty simple, though. And like I said, it came with some extra lifters so you can raise it up even more. Oh, and they gave you 2 colors so you can have it be like 3 colors. See that? That's kind of cool. Like the... Yeah. But I didn't really need it. On the classical guitar, I actually like less effect. I liked it being pretty subtle. And it's certainly enough to stop guitars from ringing sympathetically. So... that's kind of why I bought it. Now, electric guitars, I don't really need to put these in. They don't make that much noise. But like the dobro probably is making noise. Yeah, I can hear it when I talk. Maybe the classical guitar, those things, could all use them. So anyway, I'll probably order some more of these. And they have them in stock. But it seems like I have paperwork for it. Where was it? Did I throw it away? No, here it is, right here. Manufactured in the U.S. I'm sorry, but I love that. Especially something as simple as that. I'm happy to promote them. They even gave you, I mean, they give you a whole little thing here. I may reach out to them and just say, hey, you know what? You don't need to send me all this paperwork. But where does it say Michigan on here? I don't know where. Somewhere I said, well, probably on that package. So I'll probably reach out to them and is it Guitar Products? Well, let me see what else they have. RosetteGuitarProducts.com. Where's that? Where did I go? Here we go. New. RosetteGuitarProducts.com. Oh yeah, look at that. They have okay. Zero Glide for classical guitar. Oh, that's the. Oh, and they've got. Oh, that's kind of. Boy, they've got some cool stuff here. It looks like Zero Glide is. Yeah, it's that 0 fret thing, which is kind of cool. Diamond bridge beads, which is kind of cool. So for a classical guitar, okay. Rubber machine head. Oh wait, no, what's that? Oh, Rubner tuners. Yeah, those must be really nice tuners. Bone saddle install kit, rosette fret polishing kit, marker dots. Interesting. That's yeah. I actually could use those too, because my guitar doesn't have the marker dots. Yeah, I'm real tempted to buy everything in their catalog. So, oh yeah, that's really cool. Okay, yeah. So, sorry. Let me go home and then I'll give you the link here. Copy. Here's the link. Hey, Sadie. Very cool. I like stuff made in America. It's just we have a lot more labor regulations here than other countries do. So I know it's not being made by children or people are being paid $1 a day, kind of thing. So $1 a day? You get $1 a day? You lived in a cardboard box. Lucky. I remember in junior high having those arguments with friends. Wait, you guys have a house? We live in a refrigerator box. You had a refrigerator box? Okay. Enough goofing off. I gotta get to work. See, Bruce, I'm definitely playing hooky, aren't I? Definitely trying to get. It's been an hour and a half. Yep. And you're getting an ad now. That's because I've gone that long. All right. God bless you, everybody. I'll see you on Monday. We're probably just going to pick up where I left off, and I probably won't remember any of this. But I want to just kind of give you a look into the mind of how to write and how I write, and it is just about experimenting and kind of finding things that move you. If it doesn't affect you, why do it? So, all right, and then they probably have lots of stuff on the Amazon store I can buy, but I'm wondering if I can buy direct and they can make more money. I don't think that. No, in fact. Their store, oh no, see that, yeah, brand Rosette. Why did Rosette stuff come up instead of their store? Let's see. Anyway, I will do more research on this. Thank you so much for everybody for hanging out, and we will talk soon. God bless.